Hi everybody and welcome to this episode of the Kaz channel. In this episode I am going to be unboxing a long lost, somewhat lost, not totally lost, but somewhat lost pop of mine. The Dark Crystals Aughra. Number 341 on the line. It's from the Jim Henson, Frank Oz, Brian Froud movie, The Dark Crystal. Aughra here. So Aughra is one of the most hideous creatures that you will ever see. She's one of the ugliest creatures in the movie. I mean, she's a female and she has facial hair. I mean, she's just really. She has like one. She has one eye. One eye. She actually holds. You'll see here in a second, and she actually has like a not so much of a pig nose, but more of a skull nose. So yeah, but she does have a heart, especially for the Gelflings, because she is very much against the Skeksis. So going around the box here, I did notice that there's some damage here in the plastic here. I did get this as a gift because this was the last pop out of the line here that I got here. It says Aughra here, and she's popping her head out there. She's number 341 out of the line. The other pops in this line are the Gelfling Jen, the other Gelfling, Kira, number 340, and her pet Fizzgig. Aughra, who is number 341. So you have 342, the Chamberlain Skeksis. And lastly, 343, Ursula the Chanter. So go around to the side here, you have a full version of Aughra. She's holding her eyeball there. That should be in that eye socket. And you have the Dark Crystal here in the background. The top here, let's show this off here. It's the top of Aughra's head there. And the bottom there, you can pause and zoom in on that if you want. But let's take her out here. And yeah, so for the longest while, I mean, the other Dark Crystal, if you watch the other Dark Crystal, the boxings, not so much unboxings that I have here in this line, you'll see that, you'll hear me say how I was doing, I was collecting Funko Pops before I was unboxing them, and so they were unboxed before I did the Kaz channel. So I didn't want to box them up and unbox them. That just sounds kind of weird. But this is the only unboxing of a Funko Pop Dark Crystal character that I have. Already I can see, wow, this is really nice. I mean, not only does it have the eyeball, that's her eyeball here that she takes out and looks around. She looks around with. Her very bushy eyebrows come out here, and they're actually separate from her head. They're a separate mold here from her head, as you can see here. Look how that comes out there. That's really nice. She does have. She is a female. So she does have a mustache and some chin there. She's almost like a billy goat. And to go along with the billy goat look here, she has horns. She has horns here coming out of her head on both sides here. It's kind of weird. Very Brian Froudish. Very British fantasy. Not the usual fantasy that you see with American fantasy, where it's just like elves and dragons and knights. But this is a very unique vision of fantasy world. So there she is. There she's a very large woman. She does have this isn't too far from what she actually looks like. She does have a very large head, small body. Her bare feet there are coming out from underneath her skirt there. Looks like I never really noticed in the movie, but I guess she has some claw, green toenails there. Very detailed. What I like about this line of pops is that they're very detailed, especially with the lace work there. That's a very nice lace work at the bottom of her dress there. And she looks like she has some jewelry there coming down. Some braids there coming down. Got some gold work there underneath her belly and going up to her green fingernails and her kind of purplish, pinkish hands there. And there's her other hand holding her eyeball. Closer look at her face there. So didn't it actually, they didn't actually Funko Pop her eye here. I guess nowadays they Funko Pop would have, because they do Funko Pop eye everything, just like this. But that's pretty much what Aughra looked like in the movie. I'm not exactly sure what that is, whether it's a third eye or what. But there's her other eyebrow here coming out from her head. She has a very bushy mane there. get a closer look on that. And then very thick mane of gray hair there. There's the almost like a bantha looking horn there from Star Wars, and looks like she's got some braids there coming out of the back of her head there. Nice mold there, some braids coming down, and they're tied with some red ties there. Going down here, she does have like a it's almost like the freaky fabric that they sell nowadays. Her almost like an afghan that she has going around here to keep her warm. Some fringes there, and got some holes there because she is pretty old. I get the impression that she is very old in the movie. Not sure. Oh, there's some braids coming out there. Not sure if she was in the reboot, that TV show that came out. I never saw it. I really have no desire to see it. She does have a necklace there. Looks like some sort of purple rock there, and another one up in there. That yellow jewelry up there. But yeah, let's see. Well, let's look up her dress here. Yep, it says copyright Henson Funko LLC 2016. The website made in China. But that's about basically it for Aughra. Really nice pop, very nicely detailed. Especially one of the greatest fantasy creatures that I've ever seen. And if you ever, I would recommend watching The Dark Crystal if you can. It's if you've ever seen Labyrinth, picture it a little more fantasy-like, because there's absolutely no humans in this one. Just to let you know. I think that scares some people off. That they thought it was kind of weird that there's no humans. It's all fantasy creatures. So that's what yeah, that's the Dark Crystal. And let me put Aughra on the pedestal and give her a spin. Well, here you have Aughra from the Jim Henson, Frank Oz, Brian Froud. So Jim Henson and Frank Oz, they co-directed it, and Brian Froud I'm crediting as giving it the look of the movie. So this is from the Dark Crystal. It's a Funko Pop version of Aughra from the Dark Crystal. But thanks for coming to this episode of the Cast Channel. Let me know what you think about this pop. I really like it. It's the first time I've taken it out of the box to take a look at it. Please like and subscribe. Go to archangelproductions.org where you can watch more episodes of the Cast Channel, the mini Cast Channel. Go buy some, if you can, support me and my movies and my photography. Go check out the photography page on my site. See some science fiction, horror related photography. Go buy some signed and unsigned DVDs of my movies that I've made in the past. Get some merchandise, some clothing, pins, whatnot. But go to CEC Upstate on YouTube. It's the Minicaz has a Chuck E. Cheese channel on there called CEC Upstate. But again, thanks for coming. Bye.